What's up? What's up, everybody? It's been about 2.5, 3 weeks since I've come online, so I wanted to give everyone some updates and talk about all the different things that I've been up to over the last few weeks because it's been tons. Um, okay, so let's start out with my semester started. Classes. So let's start out with classes and then let's talk about some life stuff. So, first, about my classes. Classes are going well. I started up. I fortunately this semester I had all my classes mostly prepped. Well, I had taught them before, so it wasn't like it took me about a week to prep. When it's new classes, it usually takes me like 2 to 3 weeks to prep. So I had most of my like a lot of prep done, so I didn't have to spend too much time doing that. So I got prep done, got my classes ready. We started a week and a half ago. We're actually ending. Today is the last day of Unit 1 in my classes for my students. We begin Unit 2 tomorrow. So that's all good. Semester started off well with classes. Esports Club, cool stuff happening. We've got some teams competing at the varsity level, which is awesome. Our Call of Duty team is going to be competing at the varsity level, and maybe our League of Legends team. The only thing that stinks is that we are the Esports Club really relies on us meeting live. And with the whole new COVID strain, I talked about this in my last live video. Basically, the problem with the current COVID strain that happened is we're back to a square one where we were with it spreading everywhere. So, yeah, school's like going back to COVID, which is not good. So COVID needs to end. Um, but anyway, so my semester school wise is going well. So let's get into more personal stuff. So I told everyone I've been talking about like my move forever because we were building a house. So as you can see in my background, I am in my new studio. Voila! All you can see is a white wall. Because my studio, I'll take pictures when it's actually ready. My computer itself is actually all set up so that I can work and I can create video. I got a green screen right below me that I can pull up. I could paint this wall green, but I probably like this wall a nice white color. It's actually nice. Um, so I need to work on that backlighting. I see that, but I've got lights like everywhere that I can set up. My computer was the first thing I had to set up. And thanks, Chris, for the congrats on the move. So let's talk about my move, all the crazy stuff that happened. So first of all, I was supposed to move last Saturday. So that was the 21st. Now keep in mind I'm renting my other house out to people because I like having rental properties, right? It's a great like long term, like when you retire you'll hopefully be making money from the property and like have some extra money. So that's kind of my plan. I already have one. This is my second. So I was moving in my house the 21st and the renter starting on the 1st, which is this Wednesday. So 20th comes to sign my uh what is it, like the closing of the house, like I'm moving in on 21st, and the builder calls and said, by the way, the inspector has COVID. All the inspectors have COVID. They're like in quarantine and they can't come and give you an occupancy permit for your house. So you can't sign today or move in tomorrow. Are you kidding me? They tell me literally the day before I'm supposed to move. And that meant, so what that meant is I could cancel my movers. The painter's coming to my rental house on Monday. The carpet people and cleaners also coming to fix up my rental for new tenants, like, right, just to make it nice for them, like new paint and stuff like that. Hadn't been painted in like 10 years and stuff, so let's paint it. Um, and basically I had a few choices to make. I could cancel all that stuff or I could just go through with it all. So basically what I did is I went through with it all because it seemed easier. And basically what we did is we had the movers come that Saturday and they packed up my whole entire house. Now here's what's interesting. We had one room in my house that wasn't going to be painted. So basically what I did is I said, okay, family, pack like we're going away for a week. Like, pack a suitcase. We're going to sleep and live in this room that's not being painted, and the movers are going to move all our stuff out, and we're going to have a clear blank house with nothing in it, and the painters are just coming Monday. So basically that's what we did. We had to, the movers came, they packed everything in the moving truck. The moving truck just sat on my driveway. So I kept the moving truck an extra 5 days, which cost me like, I don't even want to look at my bill, like an extra $300 or something, just because of this COVID closing. So the moving truck sat on my driveway after we packed it up. Me and my family had to live in a room with nothing in it, just our suitcases, for 4 days. The painters came Monday. I'm dealing with all the painters in the house. I'm having to breathe in all those fumes while they're painting the house. Fortunately, they weren't doing the room I was in. Then by Wednesday, the occupancy permit came through. The inspector was finally able to come Wednesday. So this is, I was supposed to move in Saturday. And also keep in mind, my parents came here last Thursday to help us move in that Saturday. So my parents are still here. My parents ended up staying 5 extra days. They had to pay for a hotel for 5 extra days. We finally moved in Wednesday night. The movers were able to come. Movers came Wednesday night, basically unloaded the whole truck. And I was like, oh, perfect. But I still had my garage to move. And I was like, it won't be too bad. Me and my dad will take care of it. Because it wasn't anything heavy. Like, we had the movers do all the heavy stuff, because that was like the point. Like, I can't do it by myself. And my dad's like, getting older. Like, I don't want him like carrying a bunch of stuff. So, oh man. So Thursday, me and my dad tried to load up this moving truck, and it was like the worst thing ever. It took us probably 7 hours to load up the truck from my garage, and just carrying a million little boxes. I mean, some of them weren't little, like they were heavy and big, but no like big furniture or anything like that. It was absolutely terrible. And then we had to unload it that night, Thursday night, so that we could return it Thursday night, so that it would be, so it would be returned by Friday morning, so I wouldn't get billed like a 7th day of the moving truck. So we did that. It wasn't fun. And basically since then, I've just been trying to move, like unpack and stuff like that. Basically, I didn't have internet for about 24 hours. So from Thursday morning until about Friday afternoon, I didn't have internet. Apparently, the cell phone connection in my new house is not too good. And we didn't have internet. So until we got internet, I didn't really have, I could get some service sometimes. Like, I'd walk around and get service on the phone, but not really. So that was not fun. I tried to send some stuff. I posted something to LinkedIn, which actually worked. And then I couldn't check it. Just weird stuff. Cause I didn't have internet, but I do have internet now. That's a whole nother story. And, I'm I have my office, at least my studio section, my computers, internet, monitors, lighting is all set up. So I'm good to work. Because that was the main goal was okay, so I can work Sunday night into Monday. So I'm all set to work and do everything, get back to normal. Weird stuff. So the internet in my new house is not apparently where I have the Wi-Fi unit, not the Wi-Fi unit, but I have the router, the wireless router in my office, so that I can be hardwired in, right? Because I need to be hardwired in for my computer and work and stuff and video games. And the wireless is not working in our living room too well, or because it's kind of I'm in the corner of the house, and we're not getting wireless in the whole other corner of the house. So I kind of have to get new internet stuff. My router that I have was a good one, but it's going on 5-6 years old, and I kind of looked it up, and it people are saying it's outdated. So I ended up getting a mesh network. I'm trying TP-Link, and I'm getting the Deco X68. I believe it was $250, which is a lot. for two routers. So, and it seems like it should work. It's Wi-Fi 6 and tri-band, which were like the two big things I was going for. So I think it should be good. That comes Wednesday. Oh, and since I just built a house, no one, like Amazon's like, this address doesn't exist. Sorry. Everyone's like, you don't live anywhere. Like, we can't find that. Sorry. So like USPS could barely do the like mail forwarding and stuff like that. But so I get the uh, mesh network comes on Saturday, which is kind of cool. I mean, Wednesday. I also, so here's something kind of funny. So I hooked up my TV last night and we're sitting down to watch it. And my wife's like, doesn't the TV look a little high? And I was like, oh man, it's like 5 inches too high that I installed it. So I have to, and I can't with our current like mount, I can't like actually make it lower. I have to get a whole new mount. So I had to order that last night. So that's like another thing that comes Wednesday. Um, I did a lot. We did a lot this weekend. Like we unpacked a lot. We built a lot of furniture. My garage is getting better. I still can't lift tomorrow, which really stinks because my weights are just not, it's not ready. And now that we're in like the week, I've got like work. So it's going to be a little harder for me to get stuff done, but I'll still be able to do like a couple hours a day, probably like 2-3 hours a day of house stuff. And by the end of next weekend, the house should be like ready. And I'm going to post some pictures of my new studio, definitely. Because I have a bunch of cool stuff happening in here. Well, at least that I think is cool stuff happening in here. So I will post pictures of the new studio. I do like my background as a white wall, though. I think that's kind of cool. I did debate painting it green screen color, but I don't think I'm going to do that. I'm just going to keep it one color, and I don't mind it just being a solid color. I told the painters, the builders, just to make my room white, knowing that that was the easiest color to paint over. So if I do decide to paint it, I think white was the best color to have. My only really other option for this room was going to be chroma green. So it's not like I was picking any other color besides that. So I guess maybe the blue color, like a dark blue, but I'd rather do chroma green than blue screen. So those were kind of my only options. But yeah, I'll definitely post pics, but it's going to take me a while because I have a busy week of work because I didn't do on like Thursday afternoon and Friday, like I didn't really have internet, so I didn't get much done. I did pretty much catch up this weekend, but I've got a lot busy days coming up over the next few days. I got a lot of stuff going on, lots of meetings and catching up with students, and I got a grade and stuff like that. So it's going to be a pretty busy week, but I should at some point have time to fix up this office and show y'all some pictures. But I mean, I'm excited about my new house. It's nice. I like it. So yeah, that's one wall green. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking like just the part like behind me, I'd paint maybe chroma green. But then like if I'm doing a video like this or just like interviews and stuff like that, I almost prefer like the neutral background, like with just nothing, because then the green, it's like I always have to use green screen. I have no choice. So that's kind of why I've just kept like the neutral background. I figure if I want to paint, I can, it's like a blank canvas behind me, so I can paint if I want to. But I just kind of wanted it to be like pretty neutral behind me for now. Yeah, that's like personal life stuff. I talked a little bit about school stuff. Esports Club, we had our first meeting on last Wednesday. We're still debating on meeting times for the year, but man, we had like 40 some students come to that first meeting, which was just awesome. Really cool to see like the younger kids, like just like, there's like just such a future with gaming and like it being a community, and it's just really cool to see all that. So that was neat. So that was good. Other stuff going on. Not really. Oh, here's something cool. So I went surfing yesterday, and so I'm really close to Surf City Beach now. It was so normally when I lived in Porter's Neck, it took me about 20 to like 23 minutes to get to Wrightsville Beach and about 30 minutes to get to Topsail. Um, Now I made it from, I was able to be parked at Surf City within 9 minutes. So not even a 10-minute drive to get to the beach. So that was really cool. So I can like, it's much more convenient to go surfing and easier and stuff like that. So that's cool and exciting. I like that. I think that's about it. Those are my big updates. I'm kind of ready to be like all unpacked here, ready to like get on with things. Something I need to start doing again is I want to get back to my interviews that I was doing last school year. I've got a bunch of people in mind who I want to interview, so I'm kind of excited about that. So I'm going to be doing those and getting those on my channel soon. You're going to see that. I have a bunch of other ideas for videos that I have to do that I'm going to be doing those as well. So you're going to see some of that too. So that'll be coming. I'm going to get back to doing a lot of video this school year. So now that I'm finally like all set up, I feel like all summer this move has like engulfed my time, and I just had to fix so many things in my old house, like just little stuff. Like fix the faucet, fix the toilet, fix a light fixture, fix the fan in the kids' room. Like just these little things that just like were not perfect, and I wanted it to be perfect for the new tenants. So it just was a lot, and I feel like it was in my mind a lot. So I was spending a lot of time doing it, and just man, if you've ever moved a house before, it's just a ton of not fun work. I don't know how those guys are professional movers, man. I would go nuts. I just couldn't stand it. I guess it's easier for them because they're just carrying everything. They're not like, they didn't pack it all up and stuff. But man, and they're working in like 100-degree heat. Oh, crazy. But you know what? They did a great job and they were awesome. So I was happy. But yeah, that's it. That's those are my life updates. I'll probably have some more like other like esports specific or instructional design type updates coming pretty soon, but or even like tech stuff. There's a few tech topics and things I want to talk about. I'll just do like a live video on the just a topic. And anyway, that's it. Later, everybody. I hope you have a good night's sleep. Getting ready for the week and next weekend and stuff like that. To everyone in Louisiana, like dealing with hurricane right now, like craziness. Man, Katrina hit exactly this time 15 years. I think they said 15 years ago, which is crazy. Same date. I was in New Orleans 2 weeks before Katrina hit. Um, and just seeing the pictures afterwards were just nuts. And living somewhere where hurricanes hit, I know what they do and what it's like afterwards, during and before, during and after, because I've stayed through a bunch of them, and it's just not fun. And seeing that they're getting hit with a Category 4, oh man! And my one colleague who lives in Wilmington is there right now. He's 2 hours inland, so it shouldn't be as nearly as bad. They might lose power, or they might have to worry about if they're in a flood zone or something, but they should be good from like damaging winds for the most part. 2 hours inland, um, it's not as bad. But oh, thanks, Chris. You said have a good one. So yeah, you guys, have a good night, and yeah, that's everything. So I'm gonna log off because I will continue to talk